Ladies and gentlemen, Elon Musk, currently the wealthiest person in the world with an estimated net worth of $190 billion. You may wonder, has he genuinely achieved this on his own, or maybe his parents had a secret diamond mine? Want to know if he's ever considered selling Tesla to another company, or why he was running a nightclub back in his college days? If so, stay tuned for the 10 things you didn't know about Elon Musk. Number 10. Rumor about Emerald Mine. In July 2014, Forbes published an interview with Musk in which the billionaire stated, "This is going to sound slightly crazy, but my father also had a share in an emerald mine in Zambia. I was 15 and really wanted to go with him, but didn't realize how dangerous it was." The article was removed after a few months due to unknown reasons. In 2020, Elon's father, Errol Ram Musk, admitted that he had a half share in a Zambian emerald mine before the 90s, and also mentioned that he was elected a Pretoria city councilor in 1972. In a 2018 interview with Business Insider, Errol said, "We were very wealthy. We had so much money at times we couldn't even close our safe." He also recalled a story when Musk once tried to sell emeralds in New York. Elon, by his father's recollection, was probably 16 years old, and his brother, Kimball, decided to sell emeralds to Tiffany & Company on Fifth Avenue in New York, one of the most famous jewelers, as his father lay sleeping. And they sold 2 emeralds. One was for $800, and I think the other one was for $1,200. A few days later, the family returned to the store to find that Tiffany was selling the $800 emerald, now set in a ring, for $24,000. Errol has used this story as an object lesson of how retail works ever since. According to journalist Jeremy Arnold, the total lifetime revenues of Errol's stake came to around $400,000. Musk Sr. also admitted that when Elon was leaving South Africa for Canada, he gave him $4,000 for the trip. One of the users commented on this article saying, "What kind of power $400,000 could yield in a country where income disparity between white ruling class South Africans and black South Africans was incalculable?" But what does Elon have to say about the mine rumor? In 2020, he tweeted, "I don't have an emerald mine, nor was I given free money from anyone, inheritance or otherwise." A year later, he did a follow-up, stating that the Business Insider article is false. There's no evidence whatsoever of an emerald mine, and added that Arnold's article is actually accurate. It's worth mentioning that Elon has complicated relations with his father, and they've even got worse after Errol and his 35-year-old stepdaughter had a second child in 2017. So as you see, it's hard to say what statement about Emerald Mine is closer to the truth. Number 9. Google almost bought Tesla. In March 2013, Tesla went nearly bankrupt after shipping Model S filled with various bugs. Musk's plan to save the company was to sell it to Google. A deal was written. Musk demanded Google buy Tesla for $6 billion and a $5 billion sum for factory expansions, which guarantees that Google wouldn't simply break up the company and that Musk could run it for 8 years or until it produced its third-generation car. Fortunately, before the deal was closed, Tesla's cars finally started to bring profits, and so Musk broke off talks with Google. What's interesting, the company was saved with only 2 weeks' worth of cash in the bank. Boy, that was a hell of a last-second rescue. Number 8. He owns a James Bond car. Literally. In September of 2013, Musk bought an iconic Lotus Esprit from the 1977 James Bond movie titled The Spy Who Loved Me. After the purchase, he said, "It was amazing as a little kid in South Africa to watch James Bond in The Spy Who Loved Me drive his Lotus Esprit off a pier, press a button, and have it transform into a submarine underwater. I was so disappointed to learn that it can't actually transform. What I'm going to do is upgrade it with a Tesla electric powertrain and try to make it transform for real." What's really interesting? This submarine car later influenced the design of Tesla's famous Cybertruck. Number 7. He might not like the color yellow. In 2017, Tesla's safety lead mentioned in her resignation letter that once, when she had asked her boss why there are no clearly marked pedestrian lanes in the company's factories, he answered her, "Elon didn't want signs. Anything yellow." This may be the reason why, in the past, Tesla struggled with a higher number of accidents at its working sites than other car manufacturers. Tesla denied these claims in its blog post from 2018, stating that at their factories, the color yellow is everywhere. Number 6. Musk's way of dealing with whistleblowers. YouTuber Upper Echelon demonstrated in one of his videos how Musk uses search engine optimization to deal with whistleblowers from his company. Here's an example. At the end of November 2021, Elon announced Tesla's Cyber Whistle. A week later, Reuters posted an article with the headline, "Exclusive: SEC probes Tesla over whistleblower claims on solar panel defects." So, how are these two things connected? Well, Musk knew in advance that news about the SEC investigation would negatively affect his reputation, and that's why he announced Cyber Whistle. At that time, when you would type in the browser keywords Tesla and whistle, the top search results would be related to Cyber Whistle, and not to articles about the whistleblower, which went almost unnoticed. That's how Musk has avoided public backlash. Number 5. School inside SpaceX. In 2014, Elon Musk created a private school and named it Astra. It was housed inside SpaceX's factory in Hawthorne, California. According to Ars Technica, in 2018, fewer than 40 kids attended it, 5 of whom were Musk's children. There were no grades, no math, no music, or PE. Instead, students were working together on various complex projects and discussed the ethical aspects of AI. Some reports suggest that kids were even allowed to build flamethrowers. In short, pure heaven for every geek. Some time ago, the school was rebranded as Astra Nova, and since then has become online only. It's designed for children between the ages of 10 and 14 from every continent. Number 4. Party Rock Anthem. When Musk was studying at the University of Pennsylvania in 1992, he and his roommate, Adeo Ressi, rented a cheap 10-bedroom frat house, which they transformed into a nightclub. The entry price was $5, so fellow students often eagerly visited that establishment. Sometimes they had as many as 500 people in it. Thanks to this business, Musk could make in one night enough money to pay the rent for an entire month. However, if you imagine the young Musk partying like a Red Foo's long-lost cousin, you might be slightly disappointed. That's how Ressi described his behavior at these parties. The most straight-laced dude. He never drank. He never did anything. Zero. Literally nothing. There were some nights where I'd be like, "Where's Elon?" And I'd go up to his room and pound on the door, and he's in there alone, playing a video game. Number 3. He dropped out of Stanford. Musk attended 3 colleges. In 1990, he entered Queen's University in Kingston, Ontario. After 2 years, he transferred to the University of Pennsylvania, where later received 2 bachelor's degrees, one in physics and the second in economics. In 1995, he was accepted to Stanford University but left it after 2 days to join the so-called internet boom. In 2020, Musk said, "I think college is basically for fun and to prove that you can do your chores, but they're not for learning." Number 2. A few percent of his wealth could end world hunger. In October 2021, CNN posted an article with the headline, "2% of Elon Musk's wealth could help solve world hunger," says director of UN Food Scarcity Organization. Musk responded on Twitter saying, "If WFP can describe on his Twitter thread exactly how $6 billion will solve world hunger, I will sell Tesla stock right now and do it." 2 weeks later, David Beasley, executive director for the UN World Food Program, replied to Musk's tweet with a link to an essay titled "WFP's Plan to Support 42 Million People on the Brink of Famine." Unfortunately, to this day, Beasley hasn't received a reply from Musk. But who knows? Maybe now, after buying Twitter for $44 billion, Elon will take care of the world hunger issue. Let us know your thoughts on this matter in the comments. Number 1. He has a lot of kids. His first son, with his first wife, Nevada Alexander, was born in 2002. Sadly, he passed away 10 weeks later from sudden infant death syndrome. Rest in peace, Nevada. 2 years later, Griffin and Vivian were born. In 2022, the second one came out as transgender and informed about cutting ties with Elon. In 2006, Kai, Saxon, and Damien were born. At the end of the last decade, Grimes and Musk welcomed their first child, A12. The second one, Dark Sidereal, was born 3 months after their breakup. In November 2021, Neuralink executive Jevon Zillis secretly gave birth to Musk's yet another pair of twins. You may ask, so, what's Elon has to say about his large family? In July 2022, he tweeted, "Doing my best to help the underpopulation crisis. A collapsing birth rate is the biggest danger civilization faces by far." Scientific, as always. Let us know in the comments what you think about these facts. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content about famous entrepreneurs and how they got rich. Who knows? Maybe you'll also be featured here one day. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.